Greetings, YouTube. The Doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Dungeons & Dragons. And today on the Doctor Spell Prognosis, we are talking about yet another summon spell, Summon Construct. We're giving this one a C+, just like we did the last one. But first, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or a comment. All right, so it is another one of these 4th level spells. Takes one action, has a range of 90 feet, verbal, somatic, and material component. And the material component is oh so expensive. An ornate stone and metal lockbox worth at least 400 gold pieces, which is not consumed by the spell, so you can use it over and over and over again, but it still costs 400 gold pieces. Okay. This has a duration of 1 hour. It is a concentration spell. Yes, you do want to concentrate on it because you want to get your money's worth for the spell. So, you call forth the spirit of a construct, and then it manifests in an unoccupied space. As you can see within range, it becomes corporeal, and it gets a stat block based off of the stat block below. And you choose clay, metal, or stone. It resembles a golem or a modron, which is like one of these creatures from the plane of law. Made of the chosen material, which determines certain traits, so clay, metal, or stone. Creature is your ally. In combat, it shares your initiative, but it takes its turn immediately after yours, and if you don't tell it what to do, it does a dodge. And you can upcast it to bump up some of the stats in the stat block. So it starts with an armor class of 13, and plus the level of the spell. So if you cast it at 4th level, it'll have an armor class of 17. It's got 40 hit points, which is not a lot, particularly for this high level of a spell, and it gets 15 for each spell level above 4th. It's got a speed of 30 feet. It does have an 18 strength and an 18 con. That's pretty good. It is resistant to poison. I don't know about that one. Constructs generally are immune to poison, and so should these, but, you know, I guess it's partially real, something like that. I don't know. It is immune to charm, exhaustion, frightened, incapacitated, paralyzed, petrified, and poisoned. So it can take poison damage, but it cannot be poisoned. And that is, it can't get the condition. Okay. Way to go, WotC. It has dark vision, passive perception of 10. It understands the languages you speak. Its proficiency bonus is equal to yours. All right. So if you chose metal, then you get this thing called the heated body. And a creature that touches the construct or hits it with a melee attack while within 5 feet of it takes a d10 of fire damage. So you can kind of use this as a deterrent. You could stick it out in the middle of combat. It can be there. It can take up spaces. It could block movement. And it's got this little extra thing that if you hit it, it takes a d10 of damage. So if something hits it a bunch of times, it's going to take a bunch of damage. But let me just say this. It's got 40 hit points. And it's got a 17 armor class. Those are not great. Two great things. So it's not going to get hit a whole lot. Now, the next one I would say is probably the best one to take and is probably the go-to that you should have. This is the choice you should make, which is the Stone Lethargy. So this is for the stone construct. When a creature the construct can see starts its turn within 10 feet of the construct can force it to make a wisdom saving throw equal to your spell DC. I love it when they say your spell DC. On a failed save, the target can't take reactions, and its speed is halved until the start of its next turn. So if it's standing in difficult terrain, its speed is halved, and each square it goes costs twice as much movement. Just remember that. In addition, it can't take reactions, so you could dance around it, and it's not going to get an opportunity attack. That's another great thing. So this is kind of like the Guardian type. Like the stone golems can do slow. This is kind of like a slow, but not really. But this is probably, in my opinion, the best use out of this because you could use this as support for some of the other party members. Okay. Has multi-attack. It gets a number of attacks equal to half the spell. If you cast it at 4th level, it's 2 attacks. It has a slam attack, which is your spell attack modifier, which is pretty good. A d8 plus 4 plus the spell's level, so it's going to do 1d8 plus 8 damage if you cast it at 4th level, which it's about 12 damage. Not not massive. And then the last one is for clay, which is Berserk Lashing, which I think this is the worst choice. When the construct takes damage, it makes a slam attack against a random creature within 5 feet. Now, if there's only one creature in front of it, and that is the creature that damaged it, then that's pretty good. It makes a slam attack against a random creature within 5 feet. If no creature is within reach, the construct moves up to half its speed towards an enemy it can see without provoking attacks, opportunity attacks. So that's just okay in my opinion. It's not great. That kind of adds a little bit more battlefield control. I like the Stone Lethargy one the best. Being able to slow something and turn off its reactions is actually pretty good. Is this worth 400 gold pieces? No, this spell is not worth 400 gold pieces, and there are much better 4th level spells to take than this one. That's why I'm giving it a C+. It is usable by wizards and artificers, so that actually kind of makes sense. But only 2 classes, that's another thing that factors into this. All right, that's what I got for everybody today. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will catch everybody later.